Travel diaries is a childhood dream, and of course I'm ready. East, wait for me. I've been waiting for my well-deserved vacation for a very long time, and I'm glad that I will set for a journey. We together with the guys discussed and decided that we will come up with a program for our trip. I don't yet know what city will drop out of me, but I'm sure that I will add a note of creativity there. I finally go to my homeland, to Uzbekistan, and this trip differs from all previous ones because my friends go with me. This holiday, friends will spend together in sunny Uzbekistan. 3 cities, 3 unique roads, Tashkent, Samarkand and Bukhara. Feel the new taste of bright, real impressions. Today in our program, Samarkand Paper Mill, 1000 years of experience, jackets and bags made out of wood, original crafts, Sia Bazaar, dozens of oriental sweets. Travel in Uzbekistan is in full swing. Before you plunge into the unforgettable atmosphere of Samarkand, let us recall the program made by Rafshan, who introduced his friends to the mysterious Bukhara. The beauty and grandeur of the city's architectural structures have been preserved throughout its 2000 years of existence, which have also seen dynasties of masters and craftsmen rise to prominence. Look what kind of knives I craft. You can even fight with a blade. Don't be scared. This is another souvenir knife. Palatines, paintings. Everyone can take a part of Bukhara with them. I was very happy about the results of the draw we did near the river, as I hoped I would get Bukhara. I really love this city. I remember it very fondly, as I spent many of my childhood years in Bukhara.
Хорошие, теплые воспоминания, потому что немало детских дней своих я провел именно в Бухаре.
I like the paintings above all. Great and laborious work. Many sleepless hours and lots of coffee, I assume. I'd give it the highest grade, 10 out of 10. And this is warranted. Yesterday I was a little uncomfortable to obtain such high scores, but today he deserves every point, if not more. The market left so many good impressions. The people there are very kind. They let us try many things. They made a bargain and were even offended when people refused to bargain. So well, let's try to get in. Maybe this isn't for us. Smells like a plow. It smells delicious again. We got to eat. It smells like shashliks. Let's try to get in. We're quite interested. Salam alaikum. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Finally. Here is the long-awaited, beloved, delicious. I got to smell it. Wow. I got to smell it. Wow. Are these clay pots? Yes. I'm wondering, how should we eat? Here, look, this way. We have to take all the stuff out of the pots. We have to mix it, right? No, it's not necessary. Look, you take that and leave it on the plate as the main course. Its time will come. I think it would be more convenient using a spoon, wouldn't it? Well, with a spoon you can also eat a soup. Do we need to put in the meat as well? You need to put in everything so that it's easier for you to pour shorpa into the keys. And can I eat straight from this? Well, if that's more convenient for you, go for it, of course. For some reason, I just want to use chopsticks. Yep. Oh, this is so interesting. I'll try it this way. Here we go. It seems to me that if you eat from the pot, it will be tastier. Yes, I also think so, and I love to divide the broth from the essence. I call this the essence of shorpa because this is all that I love. Bukhara leaves lasting impressions to those who visit the magnificent city. Now ahead of us lies Samarkand. Inspired by the beauty of the East, Mars entertainment schedule promises to be memorable. Well, according to our plan, we still need to visit Samarkand. We definitely have to check out the Sayap market. It is also famous for its sweets. That will be a good opportunity to compare with those of Bukhara. Right, which ones are better? Well, you'll get to answer the question for yourself. Of course. But the saleswoman there was not bad, and I liked the fact that every seller offered visitors to try the products. Try the product. It's quite convenient to try before buying, so like you end up buying what you've already tried. Do you know what that means? To avoid buying a pig in a poke. Exactly. The seller is confident that his goods are the best. He is neither shy nor afraid. Come on, give it a try. I know that you will like it. This is peculiar to the East, and they offered us to try not only their sweets but also fruits and the famous Bukhara pineapple, the international kiwi, the vaccine broccoli. It's awesome, guys. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I really did. I'm surprised that they didn't shake their knives in front of us and they didn't cut the melon. Well, let's go. A taxi trip in the city will cost you 5,000 soms on average. That's quite affordable. Yes, that's less than $1. We can afford that.
Для нас.
Is that all? Not the most expensive hotel. I try to choose a cheap one. Oh, this is your Martian modesty. Hello? Hello? How do you like the frescoes? I'm increasingly excited by what we're doing. Look at that, look at that. Wow. The frescoes, everything here is gorgeous. Why are you so modest? I told you that I took you. Look at how beautiful everything is. Impressive, isn't it? I don't dare to imagine. I don't even know what to expect. real rock crystal. Don't you feel guilty? How much money did you take with you? That's a secret. And what difference does it make to you?
No.
Let's go. Wow, and where to? To the left. Ravshan, I was very impressed with Bukhara. So you get to go first. Go ahead. Oh, key that does not rattles in your pockets. Seriously, yeah. You choose the most luxurious hotel in my opinion, I guess. But what about the money? No, it's all right. Yes, wow, we have to put it here. Oh, cool. Come on in. Well, how? Wow, I have no words. Yes, I was very impressed with Bukhara, so I thought it'd be my turn to impress you. Can I stay by the window? Yes, of course. May I lay down? So convenient. Come on, jump on it. I'm already looking forward to the great stay we seem destined to in Samarkand. Warm, gorgeous, sunny, the perfection. Very warm indeed. We haven't even left the hotel that you say it's warm. It's much warmer here compared to Bukhara. I told you, and fresh. Excellent, isn't it? Well, now time for surprises, cheer and entertain. An idea where to go? Well, it's your program. We're waiting for your suggestions, sir. But if suddenly they ran out, we know for sure that it's delicious. Well, I think you'll be able to guess along the way. You're still local. For you it will be harder, but you can do it. Well, I can deal with that. So do you mean that we don't know where to go? No, I know where we're going. It's an intrigue. Is he an intriguer? And just like that, a duet was formed. Yes, therefore we're now completely dependent upon you. Yes, we are. He thought it all through. Just don't tell him where we're going to soon. You'll understand as soon as we will be on our way. I suggest to blindfold him completely. It will be interesting. What do you think? Well, no, I agree. I will keep it. Okay, we're ready to go. Let's get in the car. Samarkand's paper mill is a miracle known to the whole world. Therefore, one can say that few people know about it. Mars, as a true expert of beauty, decided to include it in his program in order to show it to his friends. The power of ingenuity reflects the beauty and the depth of the human spirit. This mill demonstrates how attractive ancient technologies are becoming in the world of scientific progress. Indeed, scientists are particularly interested in the ancient tradition of silk paper manufacturing. The secret has been passed on from generation to generation, from masters to disciples. In a tea house in Bukhara, I saw pictures of artists and found books which I discovered were written in Arabic, although I am not entirely sure. Either way, the paper was somewhat strange. It was necessary to find out what it was. And he began to seek where it comes from, who makes it, and heard it from the edge of the ear that this paper comes from Samarkand. Quickly walking, looking at the information, I realized that my road is slightly upgraded, and we will first go there just the same. And when my friends and I came to the place, I liked that comfort and the atmosphere that was created to this factory, that I just lost the gift of speech and...
на этой фабрике, что я просто потерял дар речи и...
Hello. Hi Mars, how are you? Fine, and you? Salam alaikum. Salam alaikum. Yes, skin, which was peeled off the twigs. Yes, you can use it for decorative panels such as these. And here as well, you see? Precisely, that's it. It looks so natural, and it's not immediately noticeable that something is different. We have a no-waste policy. Here, we will not waste any material. That's what I was about to say, yes. And has this tree become so small because it's located next to the paper mill? Or it's just, how do you say, a coincidence? It's a coincidence. Isn't the blackberry? This isn't blackberry. Yes, blackberry is here, and over there you can see a blackberry tree. In our language, it's not blackberry, but bet. Dara Tibet. Dara Tibet, of course. Now everything's clear. Of course, that was all a joke. It's still alive. Yes, it's not at all, it's still alive. Well, maybe it isn't faced with the season, so how could you spoil us for us to bring something home? Please look. In ancient times, our ancestors came up with this kind of art in order to ease up man's toiling.
Человека.
Wow! And is it connected to that mill? Yes. It works? Yes. Spins and beats, right? Yes. Somebody facilitates the process. It was also seen there, as in the old days, they did it there. This is the production scale, the one I showed you on the porch. Yes. Do you understand? I could stand and beat for 7 years in a mortar, but this all makes the job easier to do. Yes, indeed, invented in the 8th century. Yes, they already came up with that in the 8th century. Surprising. On to the next task. You have to go fast, just as fast as the manufactory. First, we chop branches off from the blackberry tree. That's the way we cut them off. First, we soak it. Then, we do it this way. After removing it, our girls clean it this way. After removing it, our girls clean it this way. The blackberry tree is considered sacred for Uzbeks because we eat its fruits, worms eat its leaves. Then we get a cocoon, from which we make the silk thread. From the tree itself, people make musical instruments, which sound very good. And from the 1-year-old branches of the blackberry tree, we make silk paper. And here, such a blackberry twig is of great help to cook pilaf and rice. You laugh, but it really is. You drill a hole in the rice hill, which makes the excess water evaporates. Yes, it makes sense. It is possible. It is still used for the framework for thumbnails. Yes, I agree. After grinding, we put in a special hole and put it on a piece of paper. Such a fervorous story. Yes, and I suspect it fills up with a shape. And by drying out under press, it finds its final form, I assume. Yes, and so this will become a sheet of paper. Yeah, it's a sheet of paper. We work according to the technique designed in the 8th century, all handmade. When the raw material is put into the net, they will mix up and produce paper. Wow!
Wow.
It's like glass. That's paper. That reminds me of something. Yes, already paper. And this is paper. This is already paper. And after that, yes, after that, in between each piece of paper, we inserted cotton cloth. It acts as a blotter. It should absorb, right? Yes, it should. Where there are 100 pieces here, we'll put it under the press within 24 hours there. Here. That's the kind press, right? Yes. Stone and wood. Nothing extra. Was that later yesterday? Yes. Fine. We can see. In general, can we look? This is the finished paper. This is ready. It's still wet. You can touch it. Cool. You can touch this beautiful thing. Yes, yes. It won't break? No, it won't. It's probably better not to pull. Then we dry it on special boards and even on windows. We saw when they came in here on the window frames. It is dried for 3 to 4 hours in the summer and 3 to 4 days in the winter because the cold temperatures there. And then we remove the paper in this way. Look, up, up, up. It hurts like removing a bandage. This is the final product. Samarkand silk paper differs only in its distinctive sound. It's still rustling, not yet ready. If I got it right, now you will begin the polishing process. Yes, then we polish it there. Here. That's it, look. Grind on a large marble, smooth. But with what? Stone. With the help of an agate stone, a shell, and an ordinary board. In the paper factory, you can find many unusual objects. The fascinating products crafted by the master's skilled hand readily attract newcomers' attention. From the silk paper, local craftsmen even manufacture very resistant clothes, crafted in their oriental fashion. Here we have finished products from our Samarkand silk paper. Wow! Postcards, miniatures, envelopes, eggs, bookmarks, masks, Suzanne, handbags. Are the masks made out of paper too? Yes, they are. Even a doll, a bride. You can take it. This is a Christmas tree toy. Here, yes, a Christmas tree toy. All the products you see here are made out of Samarkand silk paper. Amazing! Our paper is not afraid of the water because it finds its origins in the water. I have a question. Is the toy also entirely made out of this paper? Yes. Everything that you see here is made out of paper. Everything. Absolutely everything. Everything comes from this thread. And so all these objects are made out of paper. Look, gift bags. Yes, yes, interesting. I like the passport covers. Please, others are here. Yes, that would be good for your passport. Here's another passport cover. Blue color, gold. Yes, here he is, under Kazakhstan. There. This is beautiful Japanese. You know that's the Eastern coloring. And these are probably notebooks. Yes, they're notebooks, also from Samarkand silk paper. Guys, this is a purse. Archive. How pleasant. Cover from the peel that the girls were cleaning. You can also sew Suzanne from our paper. It's like silk material. Like silk material. Yes, very soft. I just want to touch it all the time. You can even sew clothes. That's the way to go. Yes, interesting garments. Are these clothes made out of paper as well? Yes, they are. It's all paper. Look at him. He does not want to calm down. Everything exposed here is made from paper. That's also made of paper. From afar, this looks like a shelf with wallpaper on it. Yes. But here, can visitors tell whether that's a wallpaper? Yes, for some reason it seemed to me to be scarves. These are big palatines. Yes, well, excellent. And here's the paint. Is it lying below? No, this is the paint for the covers. You said it there like Japanese. Yes. You decided to leave the best part for the end? Well, yes, I'm a sweet tooth. This is the final sweet chord. That's made with cocoa, right? This is very tasty. Yes, it's the most delicious chocolate, Samarkand halva. Indeed, Rahmat. But what are they made of? Hey, why did you leave me alone? And here's dairy. We wanted to eat the halva without you. Here we go, try. This is dairy and that's chocolate. But what's that? Also dairy. But it has a slightly different color. Is it because of the sun? This is also amazing. It's nougat. That's delicious. It's nougat. The boy found his guilty pleasure. That's 16 hours of cooking. That's all sweet. Wow, very delicious indeed. I guess you found your paradise. Oh, yeah. And what do we have here? Is that bahtli? Looks like cake. It's made for weddings, isn't it? It is bahtli bulil, marital gifts for the wedding. In order to ensure that the life of the newlyweds will be as sweet, bright, and beautiful as this halva. Do you get it? Well, halva here is really sweet, so may I? Bahtli bulil. I would prefer if you could give me some with cocoa. Well, you know, Mars, halva sweets and spices are one thing, but if you fail to appreciate the taste of the Samarkand flatbread, then your trip to this beautiful city is incomplete. What kind of bread is that for it to be so special? You look, what beauty! What's this? Here was leading you. You look. Hello, how much do you think this bread weighs? I don't know. I would say 300 grams. 300 grams, he say. 1 kilogram and a half. 1 kilogram and a half. 1 kilogram and a half. One flat bread. 1 kilogram and a half? Before you all 3 kilos of delicious, fragrant Samarkand bread. 3, 9, 12, 15, 16 and a half kilograms of bread. How long do you think it would take you to finish all of this if we assume that you eat 3 times a day? I don't know, I think I could probably power through 1 bread a day. I think you're overestimating your numbers. That's a stretch, isn't it? It's a stretch because that bread is very nutritious, heavy stern, real Samarkand bread. 3 days. It's good even without sausage and cheese, isn't it? Cities such as Samarkand and Bukhara are always remembered by tourists traveling throughout Uzbekistan because of their unique architecture and because of their inhabitants' selfless hospitality. No wonder why they say that in Uzbekistan you can knock at absolutely any door and will be welcomed as the most precious guest, and that you will not be given permission to leave before you've had a cup of hot tea and enjoyed our Eastern sweets. I'm happy to live in Uzbekistan. I'm glad to welcome my friends here, and I'm very grateful that our trip throughout the country gave way to a whirlwind of emotions for my companions. I would wholeheartedly reiterate the experience again and again.
Честно, я с удовольствием буду повторять это снова и снова.
I'm impressed. Well, most of all, I was struck by the paper mill because when we walked here, or rather drove up there, Mars asked us what we thought was awaiting us. I saw this and I thought that it was, well, a bakery, a bakehouse of some sort. We were met by a woman, and as she immediately said, "You were in a paper mill," I was shocked. Fair enough. There's nothing from the printing presses. That is all history. Since the 8th century, they have been making one paper after the one according to a unique system, according to a unique scheme, and they still bear this tradition, and the paper is made of blackberry, for God's sake. This tour is a process, the process of the highest praise, and it seems to me that this place deserves it. It was great and very interesting. To be honest, I thought that the paper-making skill and method changed somehow. I assumed it was somehow modernized, but the technology has remained the same all the way since the 8th century, and this probably contributes to the value of paper. I'm very glad that I was not the only one excited and joyful about the visit. I gave 9 points to Mars. Also, today we had a walk in the bazaar, and I took halva. After all, well, I prefer sweet to fat. So, Sultan spiced spices today. All in all, today was very relaxed, very good, and I'm glad that I got to prepare the last bit of our trip. You can buy absolutely everything in this bazaar, as well as I leave chicken and ham, headgear. Today we saw everything: carpets, rabbits, jewelers, butchers, spice sellers.
Специи продают. Это моя слабость.
This is my guilty pleasure. Spices can render any food hundreds of times tastier. And this is coming from someone who knows quite a lot about spices, believe me. The city itself is gorgeous, only with frantic traffic, unlike the cities we saw until now, except Tashkent. When we were in Tashkent, I was expecting Samarkand and Bukhara to be more relaxed. In that regard, Bukhara met my expectations. This is a city for history, and everything is quiet there. On the other hand, Samarkand was the opposite. A lot of traffic, many cars on the road, leading to a tighter schedule. The trip of our 3 friends in the amazing landscapes of Uzbekistan is coming to an end. Our travelers Sultan, Mars and Rafshan plan to spend another day in this country full of mysterious places, mysticism and oriental traditions, a day free from any competitions among themselves, with a goal to better understand the culture of the East. What will the last day of the journey be like? Where will our companions' journey lead them?